Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, finally, this is still a beta version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. If you want, I'll leave the link in the video description so you can download it on your own, but still it's a beta version. With the link summoning mechanic enabled, most current link support is already out, if I'm not mistaken, but still it's very glitchy. Some cards are still very glitchy, but it's still a good option to try out the new link summoning mechanic. Gouki's a new archetype coming out in the OCG soon. It's like a combination between Burning Abyss and Infernities. They already have 3 monsters, regular monsters, effect monsters, a link monster and like an Infernity launcher, which does have the restriction that it can only be used once per turn, unlike on, of course, Infernity launcher. The monsters are okay. They all have that Sangan effect that when they are sent to the grave, for example, for a link summon, you can search any other Gouki card from your deck and add it to your hand. So that's good, but again, once per turn for each Gouki monster. There's a level 5, which kinda acts like a Cyber Dragon. The level 4 is a better one that gives you an extra summon. And the level 3 one boosts up attack by tributing another Gouki monster on your side of the field. So it's all okay, but nothing too spectacular. Their boss monster currently is their Link 3 Exceed, and it can only be link summoned with 3 Gouki monsters, and that's not too great, as you will see in a few moments. I'm only playing one here in the extra deck. It has a little bit too many restrictions for the moment, and it's just better to go for Mrs. Radiant, for example, and Decode Target. Those are better options to go for. Well, yeah, upgrade to Decode Target, that is. As for the rest, yeah, and also the effect of your Ogre isn't really too great as well. The Brilliant Fusion is still in this deck. It has been going in and out for Kaijus, but still, Brilliant Fusion opens up so many possible plays with your link summoning mechanic. And I'm playtesting against a true Draco deck, which is currently, of course, the best deck in the OCG, and yeah, you know, Masterpiece is just too good against Goukis. For now, with the current Gouki support, the deck lacks a lot of power, as you will see in a few moments, but it's still fun to try out. Okay, let's hop into the first example duel. Right, first example, you can only play in LAN, by the way, so searching someone else to play this against, and yeah, indeed, I get to start, and opening Brilliant Fusion with Desires is of course always nice to get some more extra options. The one of Trickland, I believe this was one of the first games where Trickland was played at 2 in the main deck, but I dropped it to 1, that's more than enough. Currently the deck counts 41 cards, yeah, search out the Mask Chameleon, which back then was at 3, but I immediately dropped it down to 2 due to its restriction, but immediately go for Decode Target as well, and again, every time my opponent activates a card that targets, I can use Decode Target's effect to, you know, negate and send one of the linked monsters to it to the grave to negate and destroy the card. There is the Masterpiece. The Trickland is also special summoned, which could be good. Again, when the Trickland is summoned, you can put it at one of your arrows of, for example, your Decode Target to again give you an extra negation option. Castel forces out the possible destruction of my opponent's Masterpiece, then use the extra normal summon from level 4, normal summon to level 5, and then use that Infernity launcher to again get some plays going. Go for Mrs. Radiant, which is a 3-off. You have to main deck it, yeah, at 3 in your deck, since most of the time that will be your first card to go to again open up more extra deck options. Utopia the Lightning is needed, and yeah, you need Castel, Utopia the Lightning, to get rid of your opponent's threats, since for now the Gouki link monster isn't really too great. It has an okay effect that you know your opponent's monsters will lose attack equal to their defense, if I'm not mistaken. But your Gouki monster only has 2k attack. It also prevents destruction, but again, its summoning mechanic is somewhat hard, and most of the time it's just easier and better to, yeah, go for the other options. Go for Decode Target, go for Mrs. Radiant, go for the Exceed for Castel or whatever, right? Again, the second copy of Mrs. Radiant, again opening options for a possible extra deck summon, but I'm in very good position. At this moment I was still playing the Zero Lancer, again a possible rank 5 Exceed play, which is something good. Volcasaurus is also an option. But yeah, he does play it out really well. I believe he banished a lot of monsters due to the desires. I'm not really sure if he had any options left in his deck. Not really sure. I don't think so. But due to some good moves on his part, is able to use his Reborn Trap, and then the trap card that lowers the attack from your opponent's monster by tributing a trap card or whatever, a True King monster or trap. And yeah, I can't win this one. Okay, Omega is super great in the Link summoning format, since Omega gets first special summon to the extra monster zone, but as soon as you use its banishing effect, it will return to your main monster zone. So that's good, but again, True Draco, True King, currently the best deck in the OCG. Omega isn't really too great against that deck. Second duel, second example, go for Mrs. Radiant again, immediately setting up the Infernity Launcher, and Reborn it doesn't really matter too much, but Horn of Heaven is in this deck, again, to negate a possible summon from the opponent, which could be crucial, but is again very good, or only good in your opening turn, or when you have the advantage, when you have the monsters to be tributed. They will also trigger, so it's pretty much the same like Burning Abyss, right? When they are sent to the grave, you can search, and if you have Horn of Heaven, you can also negate the summon as well. Decor Talker again on the field to prevent targeting and make sure that I have two monsters linked to it. Decor Talker also has a marker pointed upwards, but I'm not really sure. I don't think it works. I think it's still glitched on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. Main phase 2, search out the Masked Chameleon, so I'm in a good position. But yeah, he has desires, and again I believe, indeed, I'm forced to negate his trap card, so send one of the monsters linked to Decor Talker to the grave to get a search. Again, your Gookie monster will search your Infernity, your Gookie Launcher, right? But yeah, too much advantage, especially with the one of Stormfort. Stormfort doesn't target, so again, bypassing Decor Talker's effect, no damage, I believe, due to Card of the Mice. Yeah, indeed, Card of the Mice, and this kind of blows his monsters unaffected by, I believe the Masterpiece is indeed unaffected by spells as well. So Raigeki is useless, one of the reasons why I think I should main deck the Kaijus, just because of that, because of the opponent's Dryad, if you're playing TCG format. Or yeah, Masterpiece, right? It kind of forces you to play those cards. But yeah, anyway, he again has a Reborn card to reborn his true King monster. I do have Raigeki, but yeah, not too many plays available. So you see, there is like a very good basic release, at least a very good basis of this deck. Your Gookie monsters, your Reborn card. But you still need more boss monsters. The deck lacks a few power plays, but it's still very early, so the Gookie cards might get more support later on. And now, yeah, the Masterpiece again wrecking, and I lose this one. Third example, again I get to start Brilliant Fusion, must be nice, one of Trickline as well. Other options are the Ghost Ogre, Ghost Ash maybe should have been in the main deck as well. Hand traps are very, very nice. Go for Mrs. Radiant again to open up a rank, at least, yeah, to open up some extra deck options. Upgrade to Decor Talker, and again, thanks to that huge monster Reborn, I can get an extra monster linked to Decor Talker. So again, getting, or at least giving him 1000 extra attack points. And possible 2 negations as well. And the Trickline again is attached to the Reptile Exceed, so that could potentially be reborn as well. And again linked to Decor Talker. But you see, he again has a Stormfort to again bypass Decor Talker. Okay, must be fun. There is his Masterpiece. The Warning does keep me in the duel, so again, Horn of Heaven, Warning, those are the powerful trap cards. And thanks to Horn of Heaven also, you can send any Gookie monster from your side of the field to the grave to get a search as well, so I think it's well worth it. Go for Castel to bounce back the field spell to his deck, and I don't know why I go for Decor Talker, misplay on my part. Just should have let everything on the field. He would have gone for the summon, and I would have Horn of Heaven, tributing one Gookie monster, I believe, get a search, and now just finish the duel. But it's not going to matter in the long run. It's still very early. It's hard, guys. It's very hard. You have to keep in mind that you again need to go for your Link summoning first, and then possibly go for multiple other extra deck summons. So it's still new, but it's special. It took me a few duels to get used to it. Last example, the opponent gets a start again. He gets a head start. Card for the Mice as well. Pot of Desires, the upstart, getting the extra draw here. Double field spell to get more searches. And you will see he will end up with Masterpiece and the Knuckles. I believe, yeah, Knuckle indeed. Too good, too good. Masterpiece is unaffected by spells, I believe. Spells and traps, if I'm not mistaken. Go for Desires to give me the extra option, get the extra normal summon upgrade to Mrs. Radiant to again open up a possible extra deck place. Use the Gookie Launcher, the rematch, to reborn 2 extra monsters and upgrade to Decode Tarker. And this was very crucial. Attack into his Masterpiece, and you know Masterpiece in this case was linked to Decode Tarker's upper arrow. So I think I should have been able to tribute this Masterpiece for its effect. Well, you know Masterpiece used its effect to target and destroy Decode Tarker, although I could be wrong, right? So that would have, at least that forced me to tribute my own linked monster to Decode Tarker, and again changing the game drastically. But yeah, anyway, go for Mrs. Radiant again. His Masterpieces are not live, well, they don't have the effect, so that's excellent. I think I go for a second Decode Tarker indeed, and get a Surge as well. Sadly, you can only use one rematch your Infernity Launcher once per turn. Decode Tarker is on the field against getting the 2 attack boost. But yeah, his draw options are just too good, and then he reveals a Soul Exchange that forces me to tribute 1 monster. Again, I think I could have tributed my opponent's linked monster, the Knuckle, but the game didn't give me the option. But I could be wrong. It's still very early, so I'm still testing things out. I used Ghost Ogre, but I knew it wasn't going to matter too much. He can't do damage due to Card of the Mice, if not mistaken. But again, I think at this point I was only running 2 Mrs. Radiant, so I already knew that I had like 0 plays left for this. Okay, I can go for that Ogre, the Gookie Link monster, but yeah, it only gets its effect when it has link monsters, when it has monsters linked to it. So you know, it's like a Zen main. So when destroyed or possibly destroyed, you can just send those linked monster linked to it to the grave. But it needs 3 monsters, 3 Gookie monsters, and that's kinda a lot. Most of the time, it's just better to go for the other cards. But this is currently the list. Feel free to leave suggestions to try out the list. It's still a beta version, a lot of glitches, but I'm anxiously awaiting the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro release. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Litem signing out. Peace.